Hey, Mike Charles again. How are you? Hope today is going well. Listen, have you ever wanted to quit at something? You know the old adage, quitters never win. And I know that may not apply to you, but just think, have you ever tried to do something and you really wanted to do it and it just didn't seem to happen and you actually thought about quitting? Do anyone you know, has anyone you know, like your kids or neighbors, want to quit at something? Well, today we're going to be talking about what to do when you want to quit. I can tell you an example of mine. Oh, there have been several times. One that comes to mind is a long time ago when I was trying to get my pilot's license. And I go to the runway, and we taxi down the runway in the plane, and my instructor would tell me, "Okay, go ahead and give it some gas, and go ahead and take off. But in order to take off, you have to keep the plane running straight down the runway." And I'm used to driving a car. You drive a car, you take the steering wheel and you steer like this. Well, in an airplane, you have the yoke, but you don't really steer with the yoke. You steer with your feet. That was hard for me. So, man, I give it some gas, and the plane would rev up, and propeller would spin faster. It would get louder. He said, "Okay, let's go." And we start rolling, and I'm trying to control the plane like this. He says, "No, use your feet." And I would think, okay, like a brake, you push hard, so the plane would veer like this and that and this and that. So it would rarely get enough speed to take off because you have to go in a straight line pretty much to take off. So we get rolling, and I'm doing like this. We could never get the speed up. He pulled the gas back, and we get off the runway and say, okay, let's just try it again. So we line up again. I give it fuel. We start taking off, and still I'm trying to steer it like this, and the plane wouldn't veer. So I didn't think I could ever do this. I just, let's just cancel the lesson for today because I was paying for this. It's pretty expensive to learn how to fly. So I thought. So I went back home to my wife and I said, you know what? Forget about flying. I just work in my practice, be a dentist. Forget about a hobby or anything like that. I've always wanted to fly. All my friends were flying, so I thought I wanted to I wanted to fly, but I wanted to quit. I said, I could never do this. It's not for me. It's for other guys. Other guys can do it. I mean, I might be a great dentist, but as far as a pilot, and you know what? I didn't give up. I went back the next day, and I tried again. And that this time we just practiced taxiing. We didn't practice taking off. We just practiced slow controlling the airplane. So we stay on the taxiway. We just go straight down the taxiway, and I would pretty much learn how to control the airplane. So after a while, I finally got enough control to where we could actually take off. But you know why? Because I did not give up. And that's what I want you to do. If you have a goal, something that you really, really want to do, you know what? You can get it. But you can't give up. There's going to be times where you just want to just say, oh man, I can't do this. Other guys can, and I can't. And you just have to stick with it. A biblical story I want to tell you about is a cat named Isaac. He was trying to build a well, and in Genesis 26, Isaac faced hardship when he was trying to during a famine. Isaac's Abraham's son. He dug wells just like his father, but every time he found water, the enemies came along and claimed it. And instead of quitting, Isaac moved and dug again. He didn't give up. He just didn't give up. Eventually, he dug a well, and no one fought him for it, and he named it Rehoboth, saying, "Now the Lord has given us room, and we will flourish in the land." The point is, don't ever, like the Bible says, especially in Galatians 6:9, it says, never be weary in well doing, because at the proper time or in due seasons, you will reap if you faint not. That means if you don't give up. So just like the Bible says, and just like what I'm trying to tell you, if there's something you really want, don't give up. There are times when it just seems like it's not going to happen. You try and try and try, or you try and fail, try and fail, try and fail. You know what I found out too? One of the secrets of success is a lot of failure. And I'm like, that doesn't make sense to me. How can you fail and fail and trying to walk? Remember a long time ago? For some of us, a long time ago. Remember when you were trying to walk, and what would you do? Oh man, you get up and you take a step and you fall down, and you get up and you take a step and you fall down. So what would happen if you would have said, "Oh, I'm never going to try again. I'm not going to walk. Forget it." But you know what? You kept trying. Now look at you. You walking everywhere. Imagine your own child when he or she would fall. Would you tell him, "Oh, forget it. You never start walking. Why even try? Just keep crawling forever. That's cool. It's no problem." He said, "No, get up." You would encourage him. The same thing applies for you. So don't give up. Look, nothing in life is easy. I guess I shouldn't say that because I don't want you to get the wrong idea. This is just me, my own perceptions. But life is difficult. But the idea is if you want something, like it says in the Bible, don't give up. You will get your goal if you persist and not faint. You got to keep on going, even though you see no signs, no reason. But you know what? Keep controlling you. Keep striving. Keep trying. You will get it. Don't give up. Whatever you want, go for it. You will get it, but you can't give up. Okay? So that's it for today. Listen, if you have any comments or questions or suggestions or even criticism, put them in the comments below. I always read them, I always respond. If there's anything you want me to talk about or speak on, I'll be happy to do it. I'll be right back here next week, and we'll just go from there. Okay, take care. Bye.